I don't think Kyle's ever gotten what he wanted yet. I
Mm.
think this was supposed to be the year with Trey, because you remember Kyle Shanahan coming in whenever Jimmy Garoppolo came in, that wasn't a Kyle decision. That was a John Lynch decision, right? And whenever Kyle found out we were getting Jimmy, the first thing he said was, man, this means we're not going to get Kirk Cousins, right?
Right.
So, I mean, CJ Beathard, third round pick, whatever. But again, the whole plan was to get Kirk Cousins. Well, finally got his guy, Trey Lance, went up and got him. And yes, Kyle wanted Trey Lance. If you're one of those people that's like, Kyle was forced to draft somebody because of Twitter, then I probably nothing I say is going to make sense to you. Um, but he didn't get you. We got to see one game, and he ran them and was trying to give them training wheels and whatever else and protect them. We haven't seen it. Now, we have seen the 49ers have a top 3 offense under Kyle Shanahan, but you look at the defense right now, you're right. We're second best defense as far as yards allowed. We're third best defense as far as points allowed. Defense has carried this team the past 3 years. I do agree with that.
But you want your defense to be the staple of your team because that's what's going to win you the championship. I know it's cliche, but that's what it is. But you want your offense to supplement the defense, to put points on the board, make it a little bit more easier for your defense to go out there and do what they do. Like Fred Warner is probably my favorite player. And I don't know what is with me and these linebackers, but Fred might even be more of a favorite, no disrespect, than Patrick Willis. And it's not from play, not just from the play. It's by his attitude. And if you listen to what he said, "Yeah, man, yo,
Gosh.
we left some plays out there. I left some plays out there."
Yeah, he took more responsibility than the quarterback did, and he
Bro,
played
he is
elite.
the quarterback. That's the way I put Fred Warner at quarterback. See what happens. But no, that's my point. And for a young man to go out there and say that, I was like, oh man, the defense is going to put the team on their back. Understand what I'm saying? Think Baltimore, think Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, think that era. This defense is going to put this team on their back.
Yeah.
Once the defense figures out how to play 60 minutes of football, that's crazy sounding. I know 60 minutes. That's what Fred is saying.
Yeah.
You
And
gotta
I'll say
play.
this, let's go back. Why is the defense better? You have a head coach that understands the big scheme. The first pick is almost always a defensive player. And so the draft pick capital, especially premium draft pick capital with first round picks, and financially, you look at the salary cap between offense and defense, the money's on the defensive side. And this has always been, again, back to Kyle Shanahan. When he was at Houston and was just the offensive coordinator,
Mhm.
they had the number 2 overall pick, I think, that year, or maybe number 1. It was number 1. And the pick was down between 2 players, Reggie Bush or Mario Williams. And Charlie Casserly was the GM, and I love listening to him tell the story. They went around to every single coach and they said, "You pick. Who do you want? You want Reggie Bush or do you want Mario Williams?" And they went pick by pick by pick. And again, you had Kyle Shanahan was the OC, and he said Mario Williams. Kyle Shanahan's somebody that gets the defense wins championships. And so whenever you invest all that capital on Nick Bosa, Javon Kinlaw, Drake Jackson with your first pick, D Ford trading for, all these guys, Eric Armstead wasn't under his tenure, but they did re-sign him at that
They
point.
did.
It makes sense why the defense is as good as it is. And you have to give credit. I haven't said his name yet. D'Amico Ryans is unbelievable and will be a head coach next year.
I don't
He's
even
going to
want
be a
to.
head coach
I was
next year.
yeah. It's I'm happy for him. I'm gonna be happy for his endeavors and where it is he chooses to be a head coach. But it's gonna be a sad day for the 49ers. And I think D'Amico Ryans is a better defensive coordinator than Robert Saleh.
Yeah, I agree. He adjusts way better. He
Way
adjusts way
his
better.
adjustments are better.
And I mean,
And
it's
quicker.
just it's incredible, man. And so that's the complementary way in which this team's been built. The defense is good. It's really, really good. And this was a good offense. Clayton, we got a question real quick. You want to come in? No, he says no, my bad. And so like I think eh, I don't know. I think I really like where this defense is. I really like where this special teams is. And I think the defense can get better because Drake Jackson's good. He's not there yet. He's not there yet.
Speaking
And
of Drake
so
Jackson, Johnny got his first career sack.
incredible. If He's quick,
How
man.
many times, John, did you see the NASCAR package off the top of your head?
Man,
I
a
think
lot. His snaps were up.
yes. I
Drake
love
Jackson
it.
got 22 snaps. 16 were pass rush, 16 were rush snaps. He
There
got
it
2
is.
pressures, 1 sack, 1 quarterback hit, and 1 solo stop. So positive, positive, positive. Not a lot of negative plays there. I haven't done the defensive film yet. But again, there's just so much there. And Kamiko Toure, he didn't play. He had a personal issue. He was one of the inactives. So they allowed him to step away. I would say just shout out to him. Hopefully everything's okay. We never know the situations, but for a player to walk away from a team when they're
Correct.
healthy like that, it's got to be huge. So just want to send love and support his way, man. I hope everything's cool there. Now, Dre Greenlaw,
Best player in the field.
he's the best player on the field.
It's
Dre
so
Greenlaw.
funny how this comes full circle, though.
Yep.
And that
Yep.
does not mean Talanoa Hufanga was the worst player on the field.
No. He wasn't. He did have some mistakes though.
He
We
had
haven't
some
seen
mistakes.
mistakes yet this
He had a
season.
couple of missed tackles.
Right. He had 2 missed tackles, which hurt. Did give up 1 catch that for like 20 plus yards. That hurt.
Yes,
But still making plays, right?
correct. He's getting
Like
in
that
effect.
would if this is the worst game that Talanoas have had, but he's still making plays. He's so damn good, man.
Well, the thing was he gave up the big 20-yard play, and I said to you, it was like that was this is my only concern about him.
Yeah.
But then right on the next 2 plays, he's been in the backfield for a 6-yard tackle for loss. So it's like you just that's his balance. I'll give up a big play in coverage, but they're not running on us. Like you get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? They're not running. As long
Yeah.
as because I don't know what his cheat code is. I don't know if he has the offensive coordinator's mic in his headset, but he knows when a play is a run and he sells out on it and he is in the
No
backfield. That's a
hesitation.
gift. That's a
That
gift.
is a gift.
The 49ers Rush Podcast.